All right. Hi, Abby.
Hi.
Abby, you get to be my first guest back after kind of taking a bit of a hiatus, doing some strategic planning, reflecting on kind of our successes and our challenges of the past year. And thrilled to have you here. You, was this your third or your fourth year with Sportswomen of Colorado?
This was just my third year with Sportswomen, so starting my fourth year.
Okay, so you started
Yeah.
out as what? I'll let you tell everyone.
I started out as an intern. I started with Linda Lappe, doing some planning regarding the banquet, and then it kind of transitioned into more banquet planning with her. Did some applying for grants and stuff, and then definitely came into more of just a banquet help role. And then when Jen got the executive director job, I kind of started doing everything with Jen. And now I'm working as a camps and clinics coordinator. So,
Yeah, you kind of have an official title now as
yeah.
our community outreach slash camps and coordinator, camps and clinics coordinator. You're kind of my right hand gal. And to me, and actually to Linda, when we talk about Sportswomen of Colorado and why we exist, I just think that you are the living, breathing example of why Sportswomen of Colorado exists, because now you're kind of getting into this leadership role. But where are you from? Where did you go to college? Maybe mention that you won a gold medal at the Indoor World Championships for track and field, that you are a professional runner. I won't spill it. Maybe there's something in 2028 that's like really big that you're working towards.
Yeah, so I'm from Longmont, Colorado, just right outside of Boulder. I went to Mead High School. I played basketball, volleyball, track. I did gymnastics growing up. And then I went to the University of Colorado to run track. And I'm still running track. I'm training professionally right now. And like Jen had said, just in March, I went to Poland to run at the 2026 World Championships, and I was part of the team who won a gold medal for the women's 4x4.
So you ran track at CU Boulder, and I believe your coach Burke posted something last weekend about you and a previous teammate, that the two of you were running against each other maybe, but that you were the top 400 runners to ever come out of the University of Colorado Boulder.
Yes, so Gabby Scott, she was on the team the year before I got to see you. So we never got to run on the same team with each other, but her and I have got to know each other really well. We actually joked when we were in Memphis that we feel like we know each other so extremely well, and we probably only met each other like a total of 4 times in person. But that's a lot because of our coach has kept us connected. And yeah, she's an amazing person I look up to. I have gone to her several times about what to do in the professional world because has some sponsorship. She has a lot of things going for her right now. So she's somebody I am looking up towards a lot and kind of bouncing ideas off of her. And yeah, Gabby had all the school records at CU before I got there, and then I broke all of Gabby's.
You might have broke a few of those. So, sorry, Gabby.
Yes, but I know Gabby has always been super excited for me when and cheering me on as I did all that.
Yeah, I love that, right? So like you're pushing each other along. You are working towards, like, there's always space for success.
Yep.
It doesn't. I read a quote recently that it never hurts anyone to cheer for the other woman in the room or the girl in the room. And I love that about you. Our Sportswoman of the Year in 2026 was Anna Hall. And a week later, you were in Poland and Anna was competing, and I had a conversation, Anna was saying about watching you run, and you had run against each other when you were younger, and here you're running against a world champion, Olympic gold, an Olympic medalist. And it's just a very humbling experience, I would guess, from you, Abby.
Yes.
Who is someone that when you are at these meets that you are just completely starstruck by?
Well, definitely Sydney McLaughlin, and there's been times when I'm literally in the same race as her, and I'm like, oh my God, like she's far ahead of me. But after every single race, like I think it was at Olympic trials, I was in the same heat as her, and we had finished running, and she finished like 4 seconds ahead of me, and she came up to all of us after and was like, you guys did amazing, like you're so awesome. It's like, no, like you just set the world record and you're congratulating us. Like she's one of those people who are so kind to all of her competitors, and that's also why I look up to her a lot.
Yeah. When you reflect back to your 16-year-old self, your 17-year-old self, do you think that you would be doing what you're doing right now?
No, I thought I was going to be playing volleyball somewhere. Track wasn't really, when I was 16 years old, I'm like, I'm just doing this, like kind of just out here. And then as I got a little bit better at it, my athletic director in high school actually was like, no, like you need to focus on track in college. Like you need to go run track. So even going into my freshman year of college, I still didn't think I would still be doing this. So
Yeah, I love the story your mom shared with me about when you were, I think, in 7th grade. You went out for track, and your mom made the comment that you just weren't this like very serious little girl, that you were just kind of wild and free. And she told me the story about you going to track, and you were like, well, I'm the fastest one out there, or like, I'm the best one out there. And your mom was like, yeah, right. And she goes, and then she called you a little twit.
Yep.
It rhymed with twit, but it was a different word. And she said, like, we went and watched her, and she like beat everybody like a lot. Like the little turkey just like burned everybody. And then it was like the next meet, and then it was the next meet. And then she started to realize like, oh, like she's actually really fast and she's really good at this, but that you like it was so annoying to her, basically.
Yeah, I know. There's another story that my dad loves to share. And when I was again in middle school, he really wanted me to be really good at basketball. And
Uh-huh.
sorry to all my basketball people out there, I did not love basketball that
Okay.
much.
Fine.
But I was good at it. And so he told me, he's like, if you go out and shoot 10 free throws every single day, I'll get you Garth Brooks tickets. I'm like, no, that's okay. I'll find my own way. And my best friend and his family invited me. I went and sat like first row. Like we were really close to the stage. And my dad was like, you suck. And then I actually ended up, of course, my parents took me. Like the whole family went. So my parents took me. And I actually ended up going twice. So he was like,
so you got your Garth Brooks tickets.
I got my Garth Brooks tickets
that's
twice.
Great. Yeah.
But yeah, like that was who I was in middle school. Like I just kind of like showed up and did it, and
yeah.
Like, yep.
I feel like there's a piece of you that is still a little bit like that.
Yep.
As you're training. Talk to me about your training and how it's changed from your college days to now.
Yeah. So, I mean, in college, I had teammates that I practiced with every single day. Obviously, we had practice together that we were required to be at every single day. We also had an assistant coach. He trained with us. And now I do a lot of training on my own. I still go to practice with the girls every single day and the guys, just so I have that team. It's really hard to do it all by yourself, but I'm still doing a lot of workouts by myself, and that part is really challenging. I do a lot of workouts with the guys now, and that's
I
something
do see you running against the boys a lot,
yeah,
the men,
yeah.
and just you look so fast. I'm always like in awe.
That's also challenging too, because I'm used to leading the workouts, being in the front and having the girls like on my back and doing workouts like that. And it's a lot harder being in the back of the pack.
Yeah.
Now. It's mentally a whole different, I don't have to think a lot, which is nice, but also sometimes I'm like, just running. I'm like, what am I doing? Like,
Yeah, so there's definitely a mental component, right?
Yep.
There's a mental component if
Yeah.
you're in first place versus if you're not in first place, and what's that going to look like on a regular basis for you?
Yeah.
We also talked this spring. So Abby and I we talk a lot. You're kind of my right hand, and sometimes even for my 13-year-old daughter, Abby might be a sounding board for me, which is great. And so this is, again, the whole full picture of Sportswomen of Colorado and why girls and women need mentors. And I only hope that I've been a mentor off and on for you. I do remember feeling like I gave you one good piece of advice. I'm a little all over the place, but after the banquet, which we had Carol Smith Gilbert as our keynote speaker, which she is huge in the track world. She was so phenomenal. And having a lot of track and field recipients, I feel like everybody was walking up on stage kind of in awe of her and just her presence. And then you turned around and you qualified for Worlds, and you had to go by yourself, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And your mom, and you didn't go with anyone.
No, my parents didn't go, and my coach wasn't able to go either. So.
And you were kind of in a panic spiral.
I was.
Yeah. And I said to you, Abby, when you get there, the track is going to be the same as like it's on anywhere in the world. And that to me is the most beautiful thing about sport is it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter who you're with. When you step onto the track, the court, the field, it's your home, right?
Yep.
And I do remember you coming back and saying like, that stuck with you.
Yep. When even like at practices before the meet, it was you're right. You're just at home. It's what you do every day. You compete every single weekend. You're doing the same thing. There's 3 new girls on your team, but guess what? You're all competing towards the same goal. So it was really helpful to have that piece of advice. Like, I'm at home. This is where I'm meant to be. I'm here for a reason. Same, even if it was at my home track at CU. Like, you have the same purpose every single meet.
What was the most overwhelming piece of that for you?
Of the whole like the whole experience, or just like the day competing?
Just the whole experience.
I would have to say travel. I'd never traveled internationally by myself, so the airport system, everything, that was most definitely the most stressful part. And then once I was there, I'm like, okay, this is fine. Like, this is easy. Yeah. It just feels like I was in a different state, really. Yeah.
And then there were people that you knew that you got to see, but maybe not that you knew well. You befriended one athlete.
And then I became friends with, we had roommates who were also on the team. So one of the girls who was on the mixed 4x4, she was my roommate, and we became really close. We talk all the time now. I see her at meets every weekend and say hi to her. So just got to meet more friends and more people who are in the same boat as you.
Yeah. Tell everybody what you run. I think I skipped over that part.
So indoor, I just run the 400, and then outdoors, I run the 400 and 400 hurdles.
Yeah. There is a funny story about you running a 1500 though last weekend.
Yes, I did get to pace a 1500 last weekend at that meet in Memphis. They emailed me the night before and asked if I wanted to run, and it was a great experience. I had never paced a race before, and I feel like it went pretty well. So definitely open to.
I have to share with our listeners that Abby said that she paced and that it was like a cool down. It was so easy. And it was a 67 split, I think, right? Yeah. Like just a PR for a normal person.
It's okay.
So Abby, I want to share with I'm so proud of you. You have grown so much, even just over the past 2 years, as you've worked kind of under Sportswomen of Colorado, and seeing your leadership skills and seeing your confidence. It's been a really amazing thing to see on and off the track. What's your primary job for me as our camps and clinics coordinator?
Yeah, so, well, my primary job is being Jen's best friend, but
pay her for that.
Right now I am working on connecting Title I elementary schools with college athletic teams and high school teams. And we just came off a really successful spring. I feel like we partnered with, was it 10, Jen?
Eight universities, or 8 universities and elementary schools.
Yes,
You went
8.
back and delivered, or high schools, so 8
Yep.
partner teams. And we added volleyball and flag football this year.
Yep.
The Cherokee Trail flag football team put on an amazing clinic. We ran 300 kids through that day, and
Yep.
that flag football was a really exciting clinic
Yes.
to watch. That to me was really exciting. We did the Metro State volleyball team, so we had the
Yep.
national championships
Yes.
in a gym with some middle school girls and boys, which was fantastic. We added, so those were the 2 sports that we added.
Yes. And then
hit over
obviously
1,000 kids though.
Yes, and our goal for next year is to add more sports and hit a lot more schools and children in Colorado. So,
Yeah. And if
yeah.
somebody wanted to partner with us, how could they get a hold of you?
You can email me. Obviously, it's pretty simple. We reach out to you, or you guys can reach out to us, and we partner you with well, if a college team wants to do it, we will partner you with a local Title I elementary or middle school team. And then if any elementary, middle school schools see this, and we will partner you guys with any local or close university. And it really is simple. We figure out times that work for both teams. The college teams come to your elementary school, and we host a 3-hour clinic.
Okay, so Abby, let's say that someone wants to partner with us, because we essentially serve as the conduit for the camps or the clinics. We've got the connection. So let's say you are an elementary school PE teacher, or you are a college coach and you're listening to this. How could somebody reach out to Sportswomen of Colorado and Abby to set this up?
Yeah, so you can simply just email me at camps&clinics@sportswomenofcolorado.com, and then you can also visit our website. My email's on there, and there is a form on the website that you can click on and fill out and that you're interested in. I'll reach out to you guys. So
and
it's
then
pretty
we
simple.
set it up, and everybody has fun and gets t-shirts.
You get t-shirts, stickers, work with college kids.
It's pretty cool. Like, you and I both growing up from small towns, you in Colorado, me in Iowa. I remember my middle school English teacher. She's actually George Kittle's aunt.
Oh.
So George Kittle, if you listen to this, Mrs. Settles was my middle school English teacher, and her son, Jess Settles, was this mega star. He was Big Ten Freshman of the Year. He played at the University of Iowa. He was Mr. Basketball. He was getting recruited, though, when I was in 7th grade by Indiana and by Michigan. And I just remember Bobby Knight and Steve Fisher, like, walking through my high school, and you're just in awe.
Yeah.
And I think it's easy as adults for us to forget what it's like to meet someone that is, jaw-dropping and awe-inspiring. And so you, for example, shared earlier who your like jaw-dropper is, or I go through that when I call people and I'm like, hi, Valerie Allman, like,
yeah.
And then you have a normal conversation. So I think never underestimating what it's like to have the soccer players from CU come to your elementary school, how empowering that is. It's really important. Even the high school kids, when we've had a couple of high school teams that have done a great job, Rachel Sanford's lacrosse team, and these kids then want their autographs, and you can see the confidence rise from when the girls start the clinic to the end. Like you talked about that, the UNC girls basketball team, for example.
Yes. We partnered with a school up in Greeley with the UNC women's basketball team, and the instant they were in the gym, they were connecting with kids. They got there a little bit early, so we weren't working with, I think it was 1st grade at the time. So they were just in their normal PE class, and they connected with the kids right away and just kind of joined in PE class and were playing with them. And then once we got back like into our camp, the kids at the end of it were like screaming, but it wasn't like out of control. They were just so engaged and so competitive. We were competing with two different groups, and all the kids were engaged in listening and having fun, and just they were listening to female athletes guide them
Lead.
and teach them. And it was amazing to see how little kids just click like that. They understand it, and they connect so well with older college athletes, and especially seeing that they're women athletes is really special.